Hello, viewers. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary. So, the Football Association met with the Premier League clubs today, Tuesday, and Premier League clubs have stated that they will not be releasing their players for international games in red list countries. Now, yesterday you would have seen a video that I spoke about regarding Costa Rica and Mexico, two countries that are currently in the red list. On Wednesday, which is tomorrow, we will find out if Jamaica will be added to the red list country. And this is all based on how much cases per day. And Jamaica, of course, based on the cases of COVID-19, has been growing, even with this no movement day and no movement days that have been happening quite recently. Basically, the Premier League said extensive talks had taken place with the Football Association and government to find a solution, but that no exemption had been granted. It added that it strongly supported the move made by top flight sides, which will apply to nearly 60 players from 19 clubs who are due to travel to 26 red list countries. Premier League clubs have always supported their players' desires to represent their countries. This is a matter of pride for all concerned, said Premier League Chief Executive Richard Masters. However, clubs have reluctantly but rightly come to the conclusion that it would be entirely unreasonable to release players under these new circumstances. Quarantine requirements mean that players' welfare and fitness will be significantly impacted. We understand the challenges that exist in the international match calendar and remain open to workable solutions. The decision, the Premier League said, follows FIFA's current position not to extend its temporary release exception for player required to quarantine on their return from international duty. A statement also detailed that a period of quarantine would mean players being unavailable to prepare for and to play in two Premier League round matches, a UEFA Club Competition match day, and the third round of the EFL Cup. FIFA also recently extended the September and October international windows by 2 days in South America to enable countries to catch up on their World Cup qualifiers that were postponed because of COVID-19. World Football governing body said the 2 day extension ensured sufficient rest and preparation time between matches. It means matches can now be played on Thursday, September 9, Thursday, October 14, with players involved being released for 11 days. At a meeting of Premier League clubs, they also discussed their dissatisfaction with this move, with places additional international obligation on players from that region to the detriment of their availability to represent their clubs. Now, you all know the reality of COVID. We all know that it is a scenario that cannot be avoided. We know that it is a difficult scenario and still quite unpredictable. But I still believe that the foreign affairs teams of the respective countries and FIFA could have come to a reasonable conclusion and say, okay, these players are just coming into your country, and it's literally going to be a bubble from the airport to the hotel to the training facility to the match day. It's a quadrilateral really in terms of where their points will be: the stadium, the training facility, the hotel, the airport. You all ensure that those were in touching distance. It's literally four bubbles in a sense. So I feel that it could have been a scenario where it could be amicably worked out, but it doesn't appear the case in that way. So what does that mean? It means no Michail Antonio, no Ethan Rupert Pinnock, no Andre Gray, and no Leon Bailey for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. It's interesting it said Premier League players, but not Championship players or the other divisions. Who do we have in these divisions? We have Dylan Barnes, Michael Hector, Amari Bell, Liam Moore, Adrian Mariappa, Daniel Johnson, Rabel Morrison, Dexter Daps, Wes Harding, Curtis Tilt, Greg Lee, Omar Holness, Kevin Stewart, Jordan Cousins, Casey Palmer. Well, you could even say no Kemar Roof because Rangers play in the top tier of the SPL, so could mean no Kemar Roof as well. How is this going to impact our campaign? it is literally just taking apart not necessarily the spine of the team, but you're taking apart X factors, just grabbing them. That's exactly what it feels like. And that's exactly the sort of impression that it places. And and Michail Antonio is just in a rich vein of form. Who knows if this form is going to last in the October window? We don't know, for a centre forward and for football players generally. I'm not saying that football players are fickle, not at all. But your form can be here today and gone tomorrow. Who do we have in the October window? October 7, we have the United States in Austin, Texas. October 10, we have Canada at home. And October 13, we have Honduras in Honduras, either in Tegucigalpa or San Pedro Sula. Mexico away, Panama at home, Costa Rica away. Is the minimum for me 4 points still possible? It is still possible. Even without an Antonio, even without a Roof, even without Pinnock, even without Leon Bailey. In my eyes, 4 points is still realistic. 4 points from our first 3 games, even without those 4 players, for me, still realistic. We'll have to wait and see if Championship and League One and League Two players will be available, will be eligible, can travel, because it's just the Premier League that has voted on this. But for me, 4 points from the first 3 games, still realistic. The October window, I don't see why we can't get 6 points from the October window. Beat Canada, beat Honduras, 6 points right there. The November window, 6 points again, bam. Beat El Salvador on the road, beat the United States at home. That's 6 points right there. 6 and 6 is 12. 12 and 4 is 16. We go to the January window. Mexico at home, bam, we beat them. We're going 19. Panama away, draw, 20. February, play Costa Rica at home, bam, we beat them. 23 points. Beat El Salvador at home, bam, 26 points. Draw Canada away, 27 points, bam. Qualify for the World Cup after beating Honduras, bam, 3 more points. That's 30. Wouldn't we love that sort of journey? But yeah, like I said, from our first 3 games, Mexico away, Panama at home, Costa Rica away, I maintain that 4 points from the first 3 games is realistic. What says you, Reggae Boys fans? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content.